Hello everyone, welcome to the preview video for Game Week 9. The Premier League is finally back after a long and boring international week. I hope you held your transfers tight. As is expected, there's a long list of injuries and injury concerns going into this game week. So, should you captain a Liverpool player this week? If Mane doesn't play, Liverpool should and will surely miss him. I think it happened in 2016 or 17 season. Mane was injured for quite some time and Liverpool really struggled to find their rhythm. So in my opinion, Liverpool relies on their first 11 to play to have their rhythm and flow of the way of football they play. So it really depends on their first 11 playing, I think, to blow the opposition away. They will surely win this game, but I don't think that they're going to blow Huddersfield away, especially with their key players missing like Milner and Keita, Manning. So I definitely recommend having Liverpool coverage, but I think twice before captaining their players. There's also a lot of interest in Lacazette, and if you remember in my last preview video, I tipped him to perform well. Of course, and he did. His long range goal against Fulham was full of confidence. That's the goal of a player who's brimming with confidence. So I think this could be his breakaway season. He could finally set to break that 15 goal mark this season, and he also loves home games, and considering he has 3 home games out of the next 4, you cannot go wrong investing in him. And also moving on to Aguero didn't play any international games this week. He's well rested and he looks set to start against Burnley. Mendy's back, De Bruyne's back, so Aguero is set to benefit from their service. He's a standout captain choice this week. But the problem is City has a crucial Champions League fixture this midweek, and Aguero could yet again be subbed at 60th minute again. So if you're captaining him, then you should hope that he scores that hat-trick before the 60th minute mark. Hazard, meanwhile, is another great option going into this game week. He played the full first international fixture and he was subbed at halftime in the second game. So he should be fresh going into this game week. The only problem is it's a lunchtime fixture and I hate captaining a player who has a Saturday lunchtime fixture. But nevertheless, he has every chance of scoring, and when he does, he's a bonus point magnet. And moving on to players to look at this game week, especially if you're wildcarding, I would look at Dubravka from Newcastle. He comes at 5 million, that's like 0.5 million more for a mid-priced goalkeeper. But Newcastle fixtures turn to their favor until game week 18, so he could set to benefit from their favorable fixtures. Newcastle also tend to perform well at home, and the next three of their next 4 games are at home. So you could bank on a Dubravka or even a Newcastle defender. If you're looking to spend just 4.5 million on a Newcastle player, defender or a goalkeeper, then consider Yedlin. And another Newcastle player to look at is Kennedy. He was on the score sheet last week, and he comes just at 4.9 million. And look at Newcastle fixture until game week 18. Even if he doesn't get you the points, he could be a valuable bench fodder. He could also be on penalties. So I would definitely consider Kennedy going into the next few game weeks. Junior Stanislas, meanwhile, looks set to earn his first start of the season, and when he's on the pitch, he's on penalties. And he could be an interesting option if you're looking to catch up some points and climb up the ladder in your mini league. Bernard also earned his first start for Everton last game, and he provided an assist. To what an assist that was. He's an absolute incredible player. He looks set to continue his fine form for Everton this week, and he's a great option. He's also selected by just 0.2 percentage of the overall teams, so he could be another interesting differentials going into the next few games. He's just 5.9 million, and that's great value for money if he does what he keeps doing. Jimenez is surprisingly selected by only 7% of the overall teams. looks like he's contributing to more than half of Wolves' goals this season. Whenever he's on the pitch, he's a delight to watch. He could be on the score sheet again this game week, so it's a very interesting option against Watford and a player to look this week. And if you're considering Liverpool coverage going into the next few games, and if you cannot afford Salah, if Mane is potentially injured, then look at Firmino. He's owned by a massive 22% of teams. He hasn't been consistent of late, but this could be his chance to get back on the score sheet and go on that purple patch. So he's a very interesting pick if you cannot afford Salah and you don't want to risk buying Shaqiri or Sturridge. That's it. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Cheers.